Oh, there you are. Welcome back to Pool Opening 2025 Part 9 already. This is moving along at a decent clip. I'm impressed. A big part of the reason why this is Part 9 already so soon is because I was able to get water a lot faster into the pool due to a defective spigot that I had on the house that I never knew was defective. It's allowing a lot more flow now, so it happened a lot sooner, and the weather is not raining various small animals. So that's why we can do this kind now. It's time to get the filter up and running and add DE to it. I have a DE filter. There's 3 different types. There's a cartridge filter that's kind of like the air purifier that people said you needed to buy, and then the filters get dirty and you throw the whole thing out because you can't find one. Listen, I said this before. I know that they only rolled Google out to 97% of the world, and of that 97%, only about 96%, I screwed that up. Nobody knows how to Google things, okay? Google it, you can find it. There are a zillion manufacturers of stuff, of brand names you never heard of on Amazon, okay? It's there. Measure it. They'll usually have a thing and it shows what the measurements are. You got a tape measure, come on. It's not hard stuff, okay? Little searching, you can find just about anything you need today. So we're gonna do filter things now. So let's show you what's involved. This is a Hayward 4820 DE filter. 4820 means it has 48 square feet of filtering capacity inside with all the different grids in here. Oh, so the cartridges I was saying before, there's also a sand filter. This obviously won't apply to that. This only applies if you have a DE filter, which this is. So that's what we're going to do. This, like I said, is a 4820. It's a Hayward. Again, you're going to have to do that Google thing if you have a different brand to find out how much DE you're going to need. But with the Haywards, it's real easy. Remember how I said 4820? Lop off the 20. That leaves you 48. Put a decimal point in there. That's 4.8. That's how many scoops of DE that you need to add. What's 0.8 of a scoop? Round it to 5. That's all there is to it. Okay, so 5 scoops of DE. Now, is that a hard and fast rule? Of course not. Because again, everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion they think is right, but nobody is right. So here's the answer. That's the guideline. Go and deviate from it. You'll have to experiment. A little up, a little down. What do? I do 4. Have I had problems? Nope. Not in 17 years. Allegedly, the more DE you put in, the finer the particulate matter it can capture, but the more often you're going to be backwashing. The less DE you put in, the filtration won't be as good, but you're also not going to be backwashing anywhere near as often. We need to get water in this filter now. So how do we do that? We got to change the multi-port valve handle to filtration mode. In part 3, when we installed all of the equipment, we put in the gauge and the bung down at the bottom over there. So those should already be in for those of you playing the home game. Whenever you're going to change the multi-port valve, you have to shut the pump off. So we'll shut the pump off. If you've been following along at home like you should be, yes, the pump basket cover spit when I shut it off. It's fine. Leave it alone and don't over tighten it. We're gonna just, things are settling, okay? Let's give it a breather for a minute. It's been running all day. Non-stop. Alright, that's enough. Now we're going to go over to filtration. This, of course, means that your filter has already been backwashed out and is kind of clean and is ready to go for the season. If it's not, I got videos on how you can do it the easy way, because that's all I do, because it's easier. And it's not cutting corners when you do that either. It's just a smarter way of working. I had to figure all that out for myself, by the way. Nobody on the interwebs is going to tell you. All right, this is on the interwebs. Okay, we got to put that to filtration now. We've gone over in a previous part which way you turn the handle. So we got 1, 2 going clockwise, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 going counterclockwise. And as I had told you, it doesn't matter which way you turn it. So take the easy way. That's what we're here for. Filtration. Good. Now we got to move the camera over here because we're going to come over to the filter and we need to watch that gauge. So let's zoom in on that. That's good enough. Now, okay, it's yellowed. There's a red pointer, a green pointer, and a black pointer. The black pointer tells you what the pressure is. The green pointer is where it should be at the lowest. The red is the highest. Like the temperature gauge in your car. Kind of in the middle between that is where it probably is going to end up sitting most of the time. If it starts getting to the red, it's going to be time to backwash. If it's below the green, and we're going to adjust for that because it changes. If it's below the green, then that means you got a problem somewhere, so that'll tell you that. It's infiltration, everything's a go. The bung is in the bottom, the gauge is in here. We have a manual air relief. We're going to open that. See, there was air in there. So that's all there is to that. We're going to go ahead and turn the pump on. Now what's going to happen is it's going to start filling this filter up. This is going to hold, I don't know, 40 gallons, something. It's going to be a little bit for it to come up in there. So we'll turn it on. Let the pump catch prime because we just introduced air. And you hear air coming out. Eventually, water is going to come out. And shut it off. We're gauging. And we're just about on the green. Pretty close. Can't really complain about that. Let's see. Right on the money. Just about right on the money. That's close enough for me right there. Okay, it's time to add DE. You don't want to go to lunch and come back and then add it. You don't have to do it. It's not like it doesn't have to be immediately, but it has to be now. Alright, so now we got to go do it. Here's a dilapidated old box of DE. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to go get my hazmat suit on. This is carcinogenic. It'll kill you. Okay, listen, eco-wackos, all right? Diatomaceous earth is all natural. It comes from diatoms. I'm one of that small percentage that knows how to use Google, so I looked this up. Of course, everything you read on the internet is true, right? This is all natural stuff. To further bolster my argument, DE is also used in gardening. In gardening, to grow the same fruits and vegetables that you and I eat. It is perfectly safe. Here's the deal. It's powdery, dusty stuff. Don't snort it. Okay? If I was opening pools for a living and dealing with this 8, 10, 12 times a day, a mask would be in order. But no, I'm doing it once now. And then every time I backwash. I might backwash 6, maybe 8 times throughout the entire pool season. and it's usually less than that. You need a DE scoop. This is a DE scoop. I don't know how much it holds, but it's called a DE scoop and it's a standard size, so that's how much you need. It doesn't say even on the bottom. Just buy it once and be done, okay? That's all there is to it. Now we said 4. I don't think I got 4 scoops, so apparently somebody didn't do their job ordering the chemicals this year. What a moron. I gotta fire that. Oh, that's me. I got more. So anyway, we have DE here. That's not quite a scoop, so we're gonna kind of guesstimate here and make up the rest when I get the next box out. Some people are going to say, oh, you got to sprinkle it in really carefully. You don't want to clog the pipes. Doesn't work that way, folks. Dump it in. Okay, don't make a mess, but like I did, but just dump it in. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's going to take it. Oh, look, it turned cloudy. Well, holy shit. You just put DE in it. Huh. It's going to clear out real soon. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So let me see what else I can get out of here. About a half. Watch. Gonzo. Wembley. Moki. No, that's a different show. Well, I think that's about all I'm going to be able to scoop out of here. So we got about a little over a scoop, and here's just a drop more. This is never going to work. Yeah, there ain't nothing coming out. All right, that one's done. On to the next one. See, I get these dilapidated boxes of DE on clearance because they're dilapidated. No. Actually, they just sit out and it get rained on, and it just rains. So it's just wet cardboard. The good news is there's a nice paper bag inside. And the nice paper bag isn't really wet. Too much. So we're good. And now you just sort of tear it open. You can't tear it open. Okay. You just sort of tear it open. Tear it open. Tear it open. And then you can tear it open. Just it doesn't tear open is the problem. So you have to tear it open. When you do that, then you can continue to tear it open, and now it's torn open. Now we can get real scoops. Oh, all that dust. Oh, you're right. The internet was right. I'm dying. I'm dying. That's a scoop, okay? It's close enough to full. So we'll call that like 2-ish. Here's another one. Just go. It's good. It's all good. 3. One more. We'll cut it a little short on that. About like that. That should make up the difference. Probably not. Okay, that's it. Close that all up. And now we're going to do the same thing that we did in putting shock in, where, can you go over there? You want this DE, and look, it's on. Oh no, I'm going to die. See, that's no good. See all the DE in there? So again, you do the golf ball wash. I don't play golf, by the way. I learned that from Happy Gilmore. The one when Bob Barker was still alive. That's close enough. Hey, we got a leaf or something in there. Now we don't. Good. Okay, still kind of murky, cloudy. Great. Stick your arm in the ice cold water, Jay. Great idea. Do the whirlpool thing. It gets your clothes clean. It's going to get your skimmer clean. Well, not the washers today. They suck. I don't have that kind. I got old school ones. Old school ones that use a lot of water, like a swimming pool. Okay, that's it. We're all done. Filter is up and running. We want to go take a look at the pressure now on the filter. Just put your basket back in. I'm still not putting the cover on the skimmer because we got a vacuum. Not today. We got to let this sit and chooch for a while. But we're going to have to vacuum. Let's go take a look at the filter. Okay, take a look. Our gauge has risen. It's at, about 22 and about that much. Cold 22. It's close enough. So that's our starting pressure. Allegedly, you're supposed to twiddle the little knob here and get the green to line up with it. I know where it is. I know what it is. And where the red is, in my opinion, that's too late. You don't want to wait that long. Halfway up, 3/4 of the way up to the red, that's when it's going to be time to backwash. But keep that number in mind, or the pointer position, or whatever you got. Because you need to know these things going on as we continue on with the saga. So we're all done with the pump and all that great stuff. Everything here is running well. We've shocked the pool in the previous part. The skimmers are open. There's no more air in the basket of the pump. Everything is moving. Everything is chooching. And we should have a clean pool, but it ain't going to clean itself. I know you got a filter here, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't magically fix it. The pool is green. We've gone over a million times why it's green. It's because there's a layer of algae on the floor and the walls. It's kind of more blue over here. The chlorine tabs helped with that. But it kind of only gets so far and kind of only limits itself to there for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, it's there. Now that we've added shock to the pool, that's going to help kill a lot of this algae. Now, I kill this guy algae every year. He comes to my pool every year, and I kill this guy off. And yet, he comes back every single year. I hate this guy. I really do. Oh, you shouldn't kill people. Okay, let's not get into that. It's a joke, okay? So, in a perfect world, which we don't have, in fact, it's so far from perfect, it's more of a quite imperfect world. In a perfect world, this would kill all the algae and the filter is going to take care of it. It doesn't work that way, folks. You got work to do. The next step here is to manually vacuum the pool. Now, I'm not doing nothing for a couple of days, and there's a couple of good reasons why. One is you want to give this stuff some time to work. I just put this video, as well as the two previous ones, were recorded one after the next in the same day. Okay, so this has got time, it's got to work. Okay, if I leave it long enough, what's going to happen is the water clarity, that means how clear it is. You see, I know it's green, okay, but like I said, that's on the surface, on the bottom in that. That's why it looks green. But the water itself isn't, but it's not entirely clear going down there. It's a little murky, cloudy. You know what I'm saying? That is the filter's job. That's going to clear that up. It's taking all them small things in the water that's clouding it up and filtering them out. Okay? That's what the filter does. Now, I have a lot of leaves on the main drain. Somewhere over there. I don't know if the camera quite makes it out. If I were smart, I'd take them off of there, but you know what? It's going to be fine. Because like I said, in a couple days I'm going to be vacuuming anyway, and they're coming off then. When you vacuum the pool, what you have, and this is going to be a manual vacuum. Don't think you could just throw your robotic pool cleaner that has an app in your pool and it's magically, you're going to break the thing. You got to work at it, okay? It's work. It's not hard work. This isn't like raking leaves and you're breaking your back picking them up and it's freezing cold out. It's supposed to be a nice time. It's supposed to be warm out. It's 55 degrees and I'm freezing. It's supposed to be a nice, enjoyable, cathartic experience. It's work. You might break a sweat, but it's not hard work, okay? Hard work is raking leaves. Might be mowing the lawn or trimming the hedges for you, or if you do any of that, and everybody has to pay somebody to do things for them because nobody can do anything for themselves anymore. Okay, do it yourself, like they say. That's the only way things are ever going to get done right. There's a reason for that. It's because you're the only one who could actually satisfy yourself. No company is going to go out of their way to do that, even if you pay an exorbitant amount. So you're going to have to vacuum this stuff, and we're going to do it manually. What the vacuum is a brush. And you don't want to go and brush the pool, because if you do, it's going to kick up all this green stuff into the water and get it looking real murky and awful and stuff like that. And guess what? When you vacuum, that's going to happen too. But, the vacuum has suction. It sucks, vacuuming. It really does. It's work. It's no, it's supposed to do that. And what it's going to do is, as it brushes that stuff, the idea is, it's kind of like if you drill a hole into like drywall on a ceiling. You've seen that trick on the internet that doesn't work too well, where you drill through a paper plate first and then drill a hole, so that way the dust doesn't get everywhere. It helps, right? But there's still stuff to clean up. That's what's going to happen. Inevitably, it's going to kick stuff up. And by the time I'm done vacuuming, the pool is going to look abysmal. That's okay, because we got a bunch of it out. If you just go and brush this stuff and try to rely on the Filtner to do all the work for you, you're going to be buying a new Filtner. That's not going to work. So you got to put the work into the pool first before it can work for you all the rest of the summer. And I'll tell you, you know, as daunting as this seems, and you say, how are you possibly going to fix this? As daunting as this seems, after a couple of vacuums and a little bit more time, this is ready to jump right in. And if you maintain it all throughout the summer, then it's going to serve you all summer. And you say, oh, well, maintenance, I don't have time for that. Okay, it's 15 minutes a week. A week is all it is. And sometimes not even that long. All depends on what needs to be done, what you need to do on your pool, but I can get mine done in about 15 minutes in a week. And usually I get it done more in like 10, because I'm not making a video at the same time. So I can do it a lot faster. So that's pretty much it. Right now, we're going to just wait this out, give it a couple days, because A, it's got to work for a little while, and L is, it's supposed to be bad weather for the next 2 days anyways. So that's good. Gives me a little time to relax and let the pool kind of work a little bit of magic. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's not even going to be a 2-day thing. But when we do come back, when it's time to vacuum, it should look a bit better than it does now. Again, it's not going to be a groundbreaking type thing, but it's definitely going to look better. Over here on this side, you can actually see there's blue going down almost to where it slants. And then it really starts turning green. Yeah, there's a green line because that's where the water level was. But yeah, it's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think. All right, that's going to wrap this one up. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be back in a couple of days with vacuuming the pool, which is the least fun part. No, it's not. There's a lot of other parts I hate too. But we're going to have to do it because it needs to be done. And once we do that, things are going to really start turning around real quick. I have gotten this pool up and running in about 9 days, looking worse than this. But I just have not been that lucky with the weather lately. The last couple of years, we always get these like rainy, cold, horrible days. Sunday's supposed to be nice. Today's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, you know, maybe Sunday would be time. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, that's going to be the next part, and you're going to see it on the next scheduled day. Thank you very kindly for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.